I'm giving away this championship belt once I hit 100,000 subscribers. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Ango Show. I, of course, am Ango. Got some big stuff coming in this one, but I want to kick things off with an update about AEW on HBO Max. Because, guys, now HBO Max, well, we know it's just called the Max streaming service. They are doing a lot of changes to their app. They've added in a 24/7 news cycle with CNN. They've also gone as far as launching live sports within Bleacher Report, which is all heavily integrated into the Max streaming app. And within the live sports category, there is a new section with pro wrestling. Now, at this time, with pro wrestling, there's just the AEW All Access series and then a documentary or two. But this is obviously a step in the right direction. A lot of people were wondering, when is AEW going to be on there? The time frame for the end of the year sounds about right. We know that AEW is expected to have a pay-per-view in December. There are some strong rumors that that will be the first pay-per-view on the Max streaming service. If not that, then obviously the first pay-per-view of 2024. Now, keep in mind, if you follow this channel, we've talked a little bit about AEW expanding their pay-per-views, doing more pay-per-views, being on HBO Max. That's going to kill me, by the way. I'm so used to calling it HBO Max. Please do not get mad at me for calling it HBO Max, because at the end of the day, the Max streaming name is probably the dumbest decision they ever made. But nonetheless, there's a lot of exciting stuff happening there. And look, I'm going to say it again for those who are new here. Maybe you missed this. Maybe this is repetitive, but more pay-per-views for AEW will be a positive thing for AEW, especially if they're streaming on Max. We'll see how it all goes down, but now the Max streaming service has a section for pro wrestling, and what's interesting is that it doesn't just say pro wrestling, right? Or that's all it says is that it's just pro wrestling. I thought maybe AEW would have their own section, but the reason why I'm bringing it up is because now I'm starting to get the impression that maybe, just maybe, ROH could be included in that. And if that's the case, that would be relatively cool. I'm getting the impression that ROH might be on there. Maybe not at launch, but at some point ROH will be included. And honestly, that could be a lot better than ROH having its own streaming service, because truth be told, ROH on its own streaming service, it's not resulting in more signups, and it's not getting this type of viewership. I mean, it's low viewership, and it's a shame, because I feel like if ROH was actually presented with a TV deal or a streaming deal, more people would be watching it, more people would be interested in it, and obviously that would be beneficial to AEW. Guys, what's going on with John Cena? There's a lot of talk about John Cena, a lot of speculation about John Cena. I know Dave Meltzer was talking about this, but it kind of goes back to what we were saying a few weeks ago about John Cena going to Crown Jewel. And there is a plan for WWE with John Cena at Crown Jewel, which is interesting considering that Crown Jewel is happening after Fastlane. A lot of people are wondering if John Cena is going to have an extended run with the WWE because of the Hollywood strikes. And obviously WWE's got something brewing. My belief kind of falls in line with Meltzer's here. And obviously I always say take things with a grain of salt, and it's not like he's doing anything other than speculating here. But it does make a lot of sense based on the storylines with John Cena going after Roman Reigns. WWE is going to have a massive main event match for Saudi Arabia. John Cena versus Roman Reigns is that massive match. Meltzer and Alvarez continue to speculate that maybe even LA Knight gets a crack at Roman Reigns for Survivor Series, which also makes a lot of sense just based on the way the storytelling has been on TV. Now, with that being said, I really need to see Cody finish the story, man. I need to see Cody finish the story. John Cena could take the loss, no big deal. LA Knight, I'm still 50-50 on whether or not he can afford the loss. I'd prefer just not to see him against Roman Reigns, but maybe it could be wonders for his career. I don't know. But Cody Rhodes needs to finish the story. And there's rumors that it's going to be The Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania. There's rumors that it's going to be Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania. There's rumors that both of those matches could happen at WrestleMania. I know WWE wants to update the record books and everything. But if I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think it needs to end at WrestleMania 40, and that's it. They have to. It's now... Now look, you're gonna have the new TV deals kick in next year, October. Like you gotta change it up. The Bloodline stuff is fantastic, but now the story is more about Jey Uso. And look, like that's fantastic, but Roman Reigns is no longer the centerpiece for the story. It's time that the story ends at WrestleMania 40. John Cena can lose to Roman at Crown Jewel. LA Knight can lose, I guess, at Survivor Series. There's no pay-per-view in December. You have the Royal Rumble. You have Elimination Chamber. There's a couple ways to set up Cody and The Rock and Roman. Please, WWE, just give it to me. Please. That's all I'm asking for. Let's just end it at WrestleMania 40, call it a day, new slate, and that would be great. WWE had some serious plans here, according to WrestleVotes. WrestleVotes put out a tweet this morning prior to his departure from the company. I'm told there were significant plans for a Matt Riddle, Drew McIntyre tag team. So much so, various merchandise items were designed with the team name Mick Riddle. WrestleVotes goes on to say this is not a joke. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't believe this whatsoever. And the reason why I don't believe this whatsoever is because if you've been watching WWE Raw, even when Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle were teasing a tag team, and then the name kind of came up of like Mick Riddle, they were teasing the heel turn prior to that with Drew McIntyre, and during those segments, they were teasing a heel turn with Drew McIntyre. I don't know how serious this would have been. If it would have been like some sort of joke where Matt Riddle, like storyline wise, would have taken it serious and Drew McIntyre didn't, then it obviously could have worked. But I'm hoping to God that this is like not true at all, because it's just dog shit. Like it's dog shit. I'm being honest. It's not good. It's not good booking. It's not a good idea, and it's stupid. But at the end of the day, it's possibility that it's actually accurate, because WWE at one point was trying to tease something there with them, and had they done that, that would have been fine as long as Drew McIntyre would have turned heel. By the way, if you watch Raw, this Drew McIntyre like evolution is insane. Like this guy is literally teasing this heel turn, and he's not even just teasing it. Like he's kind of like a tweener at the moment, and as soon as they put the rocket strap on him as a full-time heel, it is game over. A heel Drew McIntyre would be perfect for the World Heavyweight Championship. It would be perfect for the Intercontinental Championship. Like, there's so many great things happening here. I just don't know who would have really done the Mick Riddle shit. And by the way, let me just put it out there. I don't believe for 1 second they could have used that name. I don't believe they could have used that name, because obviously McDonald's has the McRiddle. I don't know. McRiddle. I feel like there's some similarities there. Nonetheless, this is some pretty stupid shit, but we're moving on. Guys, I'm giving away this championship belt at 100,000 subscribers, so go ahead and click subscribe today.